edit.
Good morning, Alan. Hope you're doing well. I wanted to let you know that I was fortunate enough to see this film at the Toronto International Film
Oh,
Festival in
wonderful.
September, and I just loved it. And I wanted to ask you, do you think it was more daunting to play somebody who actually lived?
Yeah, it absolutely is. When you take on a role of someone who actually existed, there is an incredible responsibility because you owe it to them to their memory. Because unfortunately, John Cairncross has passed away, and Alan Turing obviously passed away as well. You want to do right by their memory, and you want them to be portrayed in as truthful a way as possible. So there is a great responsibility, but thankfully there was also a lot of research that we could do, a lot of books written about the people we played. So it meant that we could do all that research, then come together and share stories. And it was fascinating the amount of stories that crossed over in relation to other characters. And that really bonded us together as a cast. And then we knew that we were on the right path when we were all there to do right by these people.
Alan Turing's story is just so extraordinary, and I don't think that a lot of people are very familiar with what that man actually endured. Were you familiar at all with what he had to go through?
I had heard certain little snippets about his life. I knew about the Enigma code. I knew about the machine that he built. But I didn't know what a truly incredible mind Alan Turing had and how being different, which Alan Turing was, how that made him think completely differently to everyone else. And I didn't realise the debt of gratitude we all owe to Alan Turing, not only for his role he played in the cessation of the war 2 years early with the saving of 14 million lives, but the fact that he created ultimately the first digital computer, and what we owe to him now in relation to how we live our lives and how society interacts with each other. The fact that all the devices we use, we probably wouldn't have if it wasn't for Alan Turing.
That's for sure. You're absolutely right. And I wanted to mention, you get to work with such a great ensemble in this film, but I was wondering what you thought of Benedict Cumberbatch, his performance, and what it was like to work with him on a movie like this.
We had 2.5 weeks rehearsals, which allowed us to be in a room together and slowly but surely really develop our characters and begin to kind of perfect and polish our performances. And watching Benedict work was an absolute privilege. He is an incredible actor, an incredibly generous actor as well. And he's one of the most kind of welcoming and encompassing actors I've ever worked with. So it was an absolute honour to work with him. And Ciara, I mean, everyone, Matthew Good, Matthew Beard, Mark Strong, Charles Dance. I mean, the cast was phenomenal, and I felt very, very, very privileged to be in their company.
Fun to watch you in this role because, of course, I can't not do this interview and talk about Downton Abbey, my friend. I am so addicted that I could not wait until it aired here in Canada. And I just finished watching the Christmas special, and I have to tell you, scenes, my friend, made me cry so hard. Wow. I don't obviously want to give anything away to people who haven't seen it yet here, but okay, let's call it spade a spade. What's going on? Are we going to see you back, or come on, really?
I would. I'll tell you this.
I'm putting you on the spot, but a lot of fans are going to be.
I'll tell you this, okay? I'll tell you this. I think it would be very hard for Branson to stay away too long from the Abbey.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, City, come on, really? You've got to see your donk.
She does. And I think that when he really goes, it'll have to be a spin-off series with Branson and Barrow, where we've already come up with the idea. They're going to open 2 bars, an Irish bar and a gay bar, directly opposite each other, and the show's going to be called B&B.
I love that.
Yeah.
But you get to work, like I say, with so many amazing people. What was it like to, be able to have the time off from Downton to do a film like this?
Yeah, I'm so lucky the fact that this movie fell into the window where we don't film. We shoot Downton for 8.5 months of the year, which leaves us open to do other projects come the end of August, and it's such a privilege to be able to have that time off, and the fact that I managed to do this with this movie at that time is just, I feel so lucky, I really do. And it is wonderful that you have the opportunity to also work off the success of the show. I mean, Downton has completely changed my career, and I owe such a debt of gratitude to that show and to the creators and to Julian for casting me in it. So I feel very lucky that we can go and do other work.
Well, you have a lot of fans here in Canada, especially here in Toronto. They're
great.
very much looking forward to season 5 of Downton Abbey. It's getting a lot of play here
Thank
and
you.
a lot of hype, and I, for one, can assure them it's worth the wait to watch it. It's such a great season. Also, congratulations on everything in the Imitation Game. I know that we're going to see a lot of it come Oscar time.
Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say. Thank you.